Brought to you by our sponsors, William Richmond Inc., Chesapeake's Bounty, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, McNellis Group Properties, Shady Lane Construction, LLC, R.E. Graves Heating and Air Conditioning, Chesapeake Plastics, and G&H Jewelers. Now live from the JB Weather Center, this is a live forecast update. Hey, and good evening, everyone. I'm Forecaster John Bordash, back with you for another live update here on what we're looking at with our severe weather potential as we see this line of storms beginning to move into our region. We're actually seeing them start to strengthen a little bit. And again, nothing is severe just yet, but that potential for some severe weather will be possible. Give me 1 second. Severe. And I believe our severe thunderstorm watch just got extended into, St. Mary's County. I don't think it's going to show up on this map, but that severe thunderstorm watch is now actually in effect for St. Mary's County, something we've been talking about and something that has now indeed happened. So again, you'll see this kind of pop up here in a second. And actually what might be a little bit more helpful is if I just pop you over here to a version that will show that, and there you go. Yeah, you see St. Mary's County now shaded there in that blue. So do keep that in mind. Severe thunderstorm watch now for all of southern Maryland. This goes until 9 o'clock tonight. Taking it back on over here to William Richmond Inc. radar, you can see these storms are starting to pick up a little bit as they begin to move across 301, moving through Waldorf, moving through the Plata, getting near Allen's Fresh. We're now looking at some wind gusts up to 40 to 50 miles per hour. We're looking at some downpours with these, and we are even looking at some thunder and lightning as these storms continue on an eastward track. We're going to try this again, and I think there we go, okay. We're going to put a little bit of a storm track on here for you. Let's just zoom this out here. So the core of these storms, for the most part, should be tracking, I think, through the mid part of our coverage area. And with that, this is going to start to enter into Newburgh on over toward Charlotte Hall. And actually, Newburgh, it's right on your doorstep here. And should eventually be entering over towards like Prince Frederick, Sunderland, Huntingtown, and then eventually over towards Leslie as we head over towards about 740, 745. So this is kind of what we're talking about here, just as a general sense. We do now have a brand new severe thunderstorm warning. There we go, and we are here live covering it for you, keeping you ahead of the storm. A brand new severe thunderstorm warning is now in effect for all of southern Maryland. I do need to get this posted, so please do bear with me as we get this together. So we're going to be here with you for an extended period now. Severe thunderstorm warning is now in effect for just about all of Calvert County, eastern portions of Charles County, on over towards St. Mary's County. This is going to be in effect now until 8 o'clock this evening. Again, severe thunderstorm warning now in effect for this orange polygon. So again, please wait. I'm going to get this posted here for you up on our social media channels so those people can get a good idea of what is going on. And this will be interesting because Ryan is currently out getting Chinese food, so I'll need to let him know as well. So yeah, again, the severe thunderstorm warning shown in the pink polygon, or in the orange polygon rather, for Calvert, Charles, and St. Mary's counties until 8 p.m. Winds to 60 miles per hour, lightning, and heavy rain are possible. Alright, let's see. Winds 2, and we'll break this down here for you more in just a second. Let me just get this posted over to the Facebook page, and we'll kind of break this down, tell you what we're looking at here as this potential for severe weather does now exist in our region. I'm happy we came live when we did. We've been kind of covering this now, and we do now indeed have the severe thunderstorm warning in effect for really the core portion of our viewing area as this continues to move into our region. Again, the heaviest line of rain is now crossing 301 from about Brandywine down towards Waldorf, down towards the Plata and Allen's Fresh. And this will be moving into eastern portions of Charles County. So areas like Benedict and Hughesville, on over towards Charlotte Hall, Chaptico, Newburgh right on your doorstep, down towards Bushwood, Morganza. we're going to be looking at a lot of this move into your region here over the next 5 to 10 minutes. We're not talking about the potential of a tornado at all. We're really just watching this potential for gustier winds as this line moves through, and this looks a little bit ominous, which would indicate that we do have the potential for some straight line winds with this. So if we put another storm track, and let me get the let's see, we're moving 79 at 45. Let's get that storm track loaded back up here for you. All right, that's not what I wanted to do. So let's take our line. There we go. So this puts this line coming into areas like Huntingtown and Mechanicsville, probably right around as we head towards about 7:30. And probably a little bit sooner than that. I don't think I got the right timing on this. But it does give you the general idea of just where exactly this line is going to be moving. It's moving here to the north and east, producing that potential here. Let's get that right. Let's see, we're sitting at, there we go. Yeah, this makes a little bit more sense. Moving into the Huntingtown area down towards Mechanicsville in about the next 5-10 minutes or so in towards the Prince Frederick area, down towards St. Leonard, on over towards Hollywood. As we head over towards about 7:30, then eventually on over towards the Lesby area, and then even down here towards Leonardtown, down towards Lexington Park, as we head towards about 7:30, 7:45 this evening. So this is the general track we have right now for this line of storms we have kind of moving into the region right now. It's rather clear right now at the moment, probably down towards the Lesby, down towards Lexington Park. You probably have some clouds, but it's not raining just yet. But this rain is knocking on the doorstep of Huntingtown, down towards Benedict, down towards Newburgh. And we maybe now have a little lightning flash here over towards the Newburgh area. And this will be moving into much of St. Mary's County, all of Calaveras County as we head here over the next little bit. If we put this in motion here, this will show you how this line of storms has been progressing to the east. And that severe thunderstorm watch back out towards Northern Virginia has been allowed to get canceled. And we're really just looking at the potential of severe weather here to the east of I-95. Oh, let me get a drink of water. So yeah, this is what we're going to be tracking over the next little bit. And this warning, again, does run until about 8 o'clock this evening. If you have any storm reports, please let me know. Let me know what you're seeing outside your door right now. We can actually turn off. Let's turn that off. Yeah, so again, we're talking winds to 60 miles an hour. We're talking hail, maybe up to, 3/4 inch size hail with this, with thunder, lightning, and then those heavier downpours. And we're getting several reports now of some lightning down towards the Newburgh area as well. So this will continue to be a theme. And even up here in northern portions of our region, up towards Tracy's Landing, Dunkirk, Cheneyville, Lower Marlboro, Huntingtown, Chesapeake Beach, you're going to be getting in on this as well. And yeah, Melissa is saying Newburgh has heavy rain and thunder, very dark clouds, lots of wind by the Benedict Bridge. No rain, but plenty of clouds on Lesby, and Prince Frederick is dark and windy. No rain yet. Amber, you're going to be getting in on that here in just a little bit. And thank you, Nancy. The haircut is a little interesting, but we'll rock with it. Black clouds, no wind yet in Leonardtown. And this will probably be over towards the Leonardtown region in probably about 15-20 minutes from now. Just give me 1 second here. So yes, this will be what we're looking at over the next little bit. So if you're in any of these orange shaded areas, just head inside. Again, we're not talking about the potential for a tornado warning or anything like that at the moment. If we take a look at our current velocity scan, this tells us if we were to see rotation where that would be, we'd want to see some greens matching up with those reds. And I'm not really seeing any consolidated area of potential rotation with this system as things stand right now, which is some good news. So again, it really just looks like some heavy rain and a little bit of lightning as we head forward here. This line does eventually clear the region by about 8, 9 o'clock. It'll probably linger a little bit longer down towards southern portions of St. Mary's County, down towards Valley Lee, down towards Scotland and Ridge and Dameron. And there it might not end until closer to 9 than 8. Rain always tends to linger a little bit longer down towards the south. But right now, this is pretty much the only severe weather we have in the area right now. It is really just kind of focused here on southern Maryland. We really don't have much to speak of in the northern neck. We do have some heavier showers moving through parts of Spotsylvania County. So if you're down towards Westmoreland County, down towards the northern neck, Lancaster County, you will be looking at some heavier rain moving into your region as well. So do keep that in mind if you're over towards Montrose or Tappahannock or Warsaw, especially over towards Heathsville as well. Right now, it looks like the heaviest part, the heaviest rain, is going to be over towards the Newburgh area. And this will be moving right into Chaptica on over towards Mechanicsville and Loveville, probably over about the next 15 minutes or so. And we have another area here with some heavy rain getting ready to knock in to Charlotte Hall as well. Claude saying the rain is starting in Dunkirk with wind starting a little bit. Just starting in Denzel here, the thunder. Temperature has dropped. Oh yeah, and behind this line, temperatures definitely do drop off. We're sitting at 77 down towards Scotland right now. Back where this front has already crossed. 57 out towards Manassas. Cooler air, drier air will be working in behind this. The reason why this part of the line of storms has been able to get so strong is because out ahead of it, we've seen warm air, humid air bubble up all day, and this is kind of squeezing out that little bit of instability we have in this line. Is really trying to tap into that right now. Behind it, cool air is rushing in, and that's acting as the trigger here as it collides with that warm air to bubble up some thunderstorms, and we start to see this become an issue with some gustier winds and maybe a little bit of hail. I'm not too concerned about the hail potential right now. And what I do want to, I want to see if, we'll see here. I mean, radar isn't picking up on much hail actually at all. Where you see the greens, that's generally lighter rain. Where the darker greens are, that would be some heavier rain. Any red would indicate some hail, and I'm not seeing that right now on radar. We're, again, just looking at the heavy rain. We're looking at another lightning flash here as we get towards the Mechanicsville area. So do be prepared over towards Lesby, Leonardtown, the Chesapeake Range Estates, Lexington Park. As this southern part of the line moves through, do expect some heavier rain in your local area. Again, doing another one of these storm tracks here. We take this 52 miles per hour, and this gives you a good idea kind of when to expect the worst of this part of our storm. This looks to be the heaviest rain, where we're looking at more convection happening. That's why we're seeing a little bit of lightning with this. Again, knocking on the door here in Mechanicsville, coming into your region in probably about the next 5 minutes or so, moving into Port Republic and Lesby as we head on over towards about 7:40, 7:45 seems to be the general consensus of when you can expect this to start. As you take a look over towards Huntingtown and Prince Frederick, this is again, we're knocking right on your door in Huntingtown. You're seeing some of the heaviest rain right now in your region. Prince Frederick, it's working into your region. It's kind of almost surrounded you there. Prince Frederick, you have rain to the west, you have rain to the north. And these storms, as they continue to track to the east here, will continue to spread heavier rain across the region as this line continues. You can see this line just continuing to march here to the east. It's not a long line. We don't have additional storms behind this. We don't have much rain behind this either. So you'll see rain for probably about half an hour or so, and this will kick out, and you'll be able to dry out for this evening, and this will lower the humidity, so it won't be one of those like summertime thunderstorms where you see higher humidity behind it. This is our first severe weather day of the year, so this isn't necessarily the biggest severe storm we've ever seen. You've seen worse storms than this, I'm sure, but this is kind of waking us up to the idea that now we have to start talking about severe weather instead of snow. And I do think we are done with snow for this winter season. You'll see a concluding write-up of my winter forecast and how the winter went as a whole here in a couple of weeks. but the main story right now is the severe thunderstorm warning, which the National Weather Service is still maintaining here until about 8 o'clock. The storm is headed to the east-northeast at about 45 miles per hour. Wind right now is the biggest concern with this potential wind gust up to 60 miles per hour. If we just get an idea here of the potential wind gusts we're seeing with this, I mean, we're registering between about 40 to 50 miles an hour within this line, so do be prepared for that. And I think, again, definitely some heavier rain as well, some downpours, especially as you head over towards northern St. Mary's County, Charlotte Hall. You're seeing some of that right now. Mechanicsville, Golden Beach, Morganton, Chaptico. Do expect that here in the next 5 to 10 minutes as this moves through. You're seeing heavier rain up towards Lower Marble and Huntingtown, and you'll see this be the case over towards Prince Frederick as well as this continues to move in. Yeah, Tammy's saying it's coming down in Charlotte Hall, high winds and heavy rain in Calvert County. And Janine, thank you for joining. Let's see, just got a warning 11 from Frederick, but close to the Patuxent River. So you're over there towards the Benedict River, or towards Benedict in the 231 bridge, and you do see another bout of heavier rain about to move through Prince Frederick, Port Republic, over towards Dares Beach as well. And again, do let me know what you're seeing outside. And this is really, I mean, again, the only game we really have in town. I will check the velocity scan again. I'm not really seeing too much in the way of rotation with this system, so that is some good news. This likely isn't going to be something we're talking about producing a tornado warning or anything like this. This is just one of these springtime thunderstorms that's rolling through along a cold front. I think behind this, we definitely do cool down as we head into tomorrow, which I'm sure will be some welcome news after the warm and muggy conditions today. Penny saying Chesapeake Beach has some rain. In Dares Beach, there's wind moving the trees and over towards Dares Beach. Yeah, I mean, knocking right on your doorstep. Nothing in California just yet, pouring in Owings, and yeah, thankfully no tornadoes. We did have an elevated tornado risk today, which we were monitoring. We did have a tornado warning earlier up towards northern Maryland, but that tornado potential, like we said yesterday, was going to be more isolated than widespread, and that definitely does appear to have been the case. Severe thunderstorm warning has been updated, does continue now until 8 o'clock. I will get the latest warning text on that for you, let you know what we're talking about. Let's see. Severe thunderstorms are located along a line extending from Dunkirk to near Colonial Beach, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Damaging winds will cause some trees and large branches to fall. This can enter those outdoors as well as damage to homes and vehicles. Roadways may become blocked and by downed trees. Localized power outages are possible. I'm not sure that'll be too much of a story across our region. But unsecured light objects could become projectiles. So some of the locations that are going to be impacted by this line include but are not limited to Lexington Park, the Chesapeake Ranch Estates, Leonardtown, Prince Frederick, Piney Point, Tall Timbers, St. Inigo's Creek, St. Mary's City, Pope's Creek, Greenwell State Park, Howling Point, St. Leonard Creek, Town Creek, the Wicomico River, St. Mary's River, White Point Beach, St. George Island, Sheridan Point, and Calvert Cliff. So if you live near any one of those locations or you know any of those areas are right down the road from you, do keep in mind that we're going to be talking about this moving through. We continue to see lightning flashes pop up over towards the Charlotte Hall, Mechanicsville area, especially over here towards Route 5 where you have Chaptico, Morganton, and Mechanicsville. This area does continue to look like the core of where we're looking at some of the heaviest rains right now, where we have a little bit of thunder and lightning as well. So yeah, that's pretty much the story right now. Typically, we wouldn't go live for just a severe thunderstorm warning in the summertime. This is pretty routine. But this is the first one of the year, and we've been monitoring this potential all day. So again, Southern Calvert County, St. Mary's County, do be prepared for that potential as we head forward here throughout the evening. Again, this is in effect until 8 o'clock, so about the next half hour, so do be aware that we're talking about that potential for some severe weather with this line moving through. Gusty winds and hail will be the main stories with this. And the reason we don't typically go live for severe thunderstorm warnings is that there isn't much for me to say. If you have any questions, you can let me know that. I feel like a broken record here. But yeah, this is really what we're talking about at this point in time. Really just talking about that severe weather potential, with that severe thunderstorm warning here until 8 o'clock. And for those of you tuning in, that warning's been trimmed back now just to include really central and southern Calvert County from about Prince Frederick points south. All of St. Mary's County, really just the southeasternmost portions here of Charles County. We're talking Cobb Island, Newburgh, over towards Hughesville, Benedict, right up along the border here with St. Mary's County. Again, some of the heaviest rain really working through Charlotte Hall and Mechanicsville right now, as well as Golden Beach. This is now beginning to enter in here into the Prince Frederick region as well. If you're over towards Morganza, Loveville, Hollywood, Brooms Island, Lusby, St. Leonard, this is going to be the region we're talking about to see impacts here over about the next 15-20 minutes or so. So, let's see. I live in Oklahoma for 6 years, so I basically have an associate's in meteorology at this point. Doesn't even look remotely yeah, Aaron, this isn't like we deal with bigger severe weather events than this, and typically, I mean, this really isn't too big of a deal for us, but it is the first severe weather, our first severe storm of the season, so it does garner at least a little bit of attention. It's kind of like that first snow. Never a big deal in the grand scheme of things, but it's just the first one. Can we get some JB Weather decals, Scott? That is in the works. We are working on that. The JB Weather shirts are just new. Thanks to our partners over at KNC Marketing Inc. They do amazing work, but I will let you all know when those do become available. Just tied up lawn furniture and brought flowers inside. That's a good idea, Kristen. Sharing your Yeah, I like what I do in covering this stuff. I mean, especially I remember back last year when we were dealing with Hurricane Isaias, and we had it felt like every 5 minutes we had a brand new tornado warning, and we had these cells moving up St. Mary's, Calvert, Charles County. People were freaking out, but, it's a storm. What are you going to do? There's no sense in worrying about it. You just got to take the preparations. Again, we're not talking about tornadoes here, but even with severe weather, just head inside. It'll be fine. We are in Brooms Island, and winds aren't just now hitting, yeah. The winds do kind of precede this a little bit, so you'll see an uptick in the winds gusting to 40, 50 miles per hour as this kind of moves over. Let's see, good. I've been in Hey, yeah, Aaron, again, we're working on the merch right now, so when we can get this more organized a little bit, we'll get that out to you. Let's see, got the tail end. Let's see, California area. Let's see, Cindy wants to know. No worries, Cindy. This will move into the California area probably in about the next 15 or 20 minutes or so. The worst of the weather, I'm sure you're used to hearing this, will probably pass a little bit to your north. The heaviest of the rain with this is really with this part of the storm up here towards Mechanicsville, Golden Beach, Charlotte Hall. This will be moving into Brooms Island, St. Leonard, Port Republic, Prince Frederick over the next 5 to 10 minutes. Down here towards California, you'll have the southern part of this line to deal with, which isn't nearly as strong as the northern side of this line. So your time is spot on. There we go. Thank you, Leslie. Awesome. So I'm glad to see that we do have some community input and people would be interested in JB Weather merch. So we'll get to work on that. Thanks for caring about us in Southern Maryland, of course, Kristen. Let's see, I'm in Helen, just north of Morganza. Brian, it's funny. No, you're reporting heavy, heavy winds and rain, starting no hail. It's funny, the weather software I use, the only towns in Southern Maryland that it had loaded that showed up on the map, and I'm sure you all noticed this over the last couple of years, Lexington Park, Chesapeake Beach, La Plata. So yesterday I spent a good hour and a half going through and individually inputting every single town name outside of Lexington Park, Leonardtown, La Plata, and Chesapeake Beach. It took a lot of time and I used a lot of GIS support, but I do now know where Holland is, right here towards the Morganza area. Let's see, windy and rainy, thunder along the Pax River and Prince Frederick. Coffee cups. Again, I would love that. You all know me with my coffee. Right now we're just rocking with the water, but let's see. I do, I know, and I would like a decal for my car. Let's see. Kathleen saying still no rain in Great Mills, and this is probably still a little bit away from you in Great Mills. Probably like 7:45 or so would be when I would expect for you to start seeing some rain, but it looks like the worst of this will probably end up just to your north, Kathleen. So yeah, that's pretty much what we're talking about right now. So I think we're gonna hop off here. I know. We do the severe thunderstorm warning in effect, but there isn't too much more for me to touch on aside from just the fact that this warning is in effect until 8 o'clock. The severe thunderstorm watch is up until 9 o'clock this evening. Once this line passes through, though, that's going to be it. That's going to be ball game for us. This isn't a big severe weather event for us by any stretch of the imagination. We're just looking at some rain and some storms that'll last probably about half an hour for any one specific location. People in Mechanicsville, Golden Beach could probably tell you that story as well, that it started a little bit ago, and it'll probably be letting up here as we head a little bit closer towards about 7:30, 7:45. So do keep that in mind. Be safe out there. Cooler and drier air does work in this evening, but the winds will remain gusty throughout the evening, potentially gusting up to 25 to 35 miles an hour. So keep that in mind. But in the meantime, I'm Forecaster John Bordash. Thank you for joining me. Stay safe out there and keep it tuned right here